Today our topic is algae classification in plant kingdom, diversity of living world, unit 1, chapter 2 in botany. Already we have discussed about the algal introduction and algal general characteristics, and today in our class we are going to discuss about the classification of algae. So the classification of algae was given by or was proposed by F.E. Fritsch based on certain characteristics like pigmentation, type of flagella, reserve food materials, thallus structure and reproduction. He had explained these type of classification in his book The Structure and Reproduction of Algae 1935. There he divided these classification. There in that book he had divided the 11 classes, divided into 11 classes. So Fritsch has proposed this classification of algae based on pigmentation, types of flagella, reserve food materials, thallus structure, reproduction in his book The Structure and Reproduction of Algae, which was published in 1935. In that he described the 11 classes. So the 11 classes are Xanthophycean, Chrysophycean, Basilariophyscian, Cryptophycean, Dinophycean, Chloromonodiinae, Euglenophyceae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae, Cyanophyceae. Chlorophyceae, it is called as green algae. So the habitat of Chlorophyceae is aquatic. Freshwater is Spirogyra and marine is alva. Marine means salty water, alva. The shape of the chloroplast is cup-shaped. You can see the cup-shaped chloroplast in Chlamydomonas. This is the cup-shaped chloroplast. Example is Chlamydomonas. And discoid, example Cara. So discoid, example Cara. Reticulate Oedogonium. So you can see this reticulate Oedogonium and discoid Cara. This is the example. Okay. Girdle shaped Elothrix. You can see the girdle shape or dumbbell shaped. So the girdle is dumbbell shaped. So that example is Elothrix. Spiral. Spiral is Spirogyra. So this is the example. The chloroplast is in the form of spiral shape. Example, Spirogyra. Reticulate, we have seen that is Oedogonium. Stellate. Stellate means star shape. You can see the star shape. No, example, Zygnema. And plate-like Molygyaceae or Molygyaceae. So plate-like. So it is plate-like. Okay. So cup-shaped. This is cup-shaped. Chlamydomonas. Discoid Cara. And girdle shape or dumbbell shape or C-shaped is seen in Elothrix. And that is reticulate Oedogonium. Spiral Spirogyra. Star shape Zygnema. And plate-like Moshogia. So these are the examples based on the pyrenoids, that is the chloroplast. Based on the structure of chloroplast, these are the types you can see. And chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B are the photosynthetic pigments. So here the photosynthetic pigments in Chlorophycean algae is chlorophyll A and B. And the storage body. So the storage body here, this is called the pyrenoid. So the storage starch is stored in the pyrenoid, and this pyrenoid is made up of proteins. The cell wall is made up of, the inner layer it is made up of cellulose and the outer layer is made up of pectin. So we can simply call it as the cell wall is made up of cellulose and pectin. So inner wall it is cellulose, outer wall it is pectin. So vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction takes place, that is through spores, zoospores, aplanospores and achinids. And sexual reproduction is isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. So these things that is the vegetative reproduction, we have seen elaborately in the previous video. If you want to see, I had given the link in the description box. You can go and see the video. And some of the examples seen in the Chlorophycean algae is Chlorella, Chlamydomonas, Volvax, Pyrogera, Elothrix, Cara, Alva. Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae is brown algae, marine habitats. They are marine, mostly marine habitats. Few are freshwater form, that is Plerocladia. Thallus is filamentous. So filamentous in ectocarpus. So filamentous means a ribbon-like structure. It is called ectocarpus. And frond-like dictyota. So frond-like dictyota. This is a frond. So frond is ferns-like. So dictyota. And giant clubs like Laminaria and Macrocystis. So this is a giant clubs of Laminaria or Macrocystis. Macrocystis, I think so this is. So the thallus is differentiated into leaf-like photosynthetic art called fronds. So you can see this is a, looks like a art, no? Art. So but it is photosynthetic, okay? Photosynthetic, frond-like, that is fronds-like, and it has stalk-like structure called stipe. So this position, this is called the stipe, and it is attached to the holdfast, which is attached to the substratum. Okay, holdfast, which attaches the thallus to the substratum. Okay. So pigments, chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids and xanthophylls are the pigments seen in brown algae or Phaeophyceae. A golden brown pigment called fucoxanthin is present. This they may ask in 1 mark. For golden brown color, the fucoxanthin pigment is present and it gives the shades of the colors of olive green to brown to the algae members in this green, that is in this group. So olive green to brown, and that is because of fucoxanthin, it gives the shades of olive green to brown. This they may ask in 1 mark. And the storage food reserve material is mannitol and laminarian. So mannitol and laminarian are the food materials. This also they may ask in 1 mark. What is the food reserve material in laminaria? Means mannitol and laminarian. So motile reproductive structures are present. 2 laterally inserted unequal flagella are present. So the flagella are not equal, they are unequal. So one may be whiplash and another may be tinsel. So one may be smooth and another may be rough. So sexual reproduction is that is isogamy to oogamy. So it is oogamous type. Oogamous type, and alternation of generation is seen that may be isomorphic, heteromorphic or diplontic. So isomorphic means same type of alternation of generation. Heteromorphic means 2 different types, and diplontic means the diploid phase is dominant there. So examples: sargassum, laminaria, fucus and dictyota. Rhodophycean, red algae. So Rhodophycean algae is also mostly marine, and thallus is multicellular, macroscopic and diverse in the form. And Porphyridium is unicellular. So the unicellular red algae is Porphyridium. You can see here, this is the Porphyridium unicellular. They live in colonies. Filamentous, gonotrichum, ribbon-like porifera, that is porphyra, are also present. So this is porphyra, it is filamentous. Gelidium, it is a red algae where agar-agar is taken. So filamentous is gonitrichum, ribbon-like porphyra or the examples, and chlorolina and lithothamnion are heavily impregnated with lime and form coral reefs. So coral reefs, the coral reefs is formed by corallina and lithothamnion. So because of that impregnation, that is they have lime composition, because of that they produces the coral reefs. Apart from chlorophyll A, or phycoerythrin, that is responsible for red color, and phycocyanin are the photosynthetic pigments. So additional to the chlorophyll A, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin are the pigments seen in this Rhodophycean algae. So asexual reproduction means monosporous, neutral spores and tetraspores. So it takes place through monosporous, neutral spores and tetrasporous. So storage of food material is Floridian starch. This they may ask in 1 mark. And sexual reproduction is oogamous type. So the male sex organ is spermatangium. It produces spermatium. And female sex organ is carpagonium. The spermatium is carried through the water current to reach the egg for fertilization and forms the zygote. So this zygote develops into carpospores. After meiosis, the carpospore formation takes place during meiosis. So after that, the carpospore germinates and gives rise to a new Rhodophycean algae, and alternation of generation is also present. So example, Crimamium, Polycyphenia, Gelidium, Cryptonema and Gigartina. So thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.